Alright, it's good afternoon, good evening, almost good night for me, good night for yous. G'day everyone, how are yous? Saint Sass is here. You can hear clicking in the background, I think it's Chronic. Are you there, Chronic?
Yo.
Yo. Tactical Tuesdays, people! Thanks for the memories, Alpha 7. I think this is going to be the last CCFN event that we're on Alpha 7. I can't confirm or deny. But, of course, with us this evening for Tactical Tuesdays, CCFN presents Tactical Tuesdays. Of course, Rusty in Places, big clan, they want the challenge. I think it's basically just a Rusty in Places event. But no, basically what we're going to have for you this evening is Rusty in Places, of course, they're 30 men, and then we do have good old FSQ, the Finnish squad, Old Man Bring Death, OMBD, and SVG and Zulu X-Ray Delta, Serenian Vanguard and Zulu X-Ray Delta. They're going to go up against good old Rusty in Places this evening. I will be, of course, host, your cameraman. I've got my trusty sidekick here, Chronic. He'll be in momentarily. He's just manning the chat. Be commentating the game. Get a local recording as well, in case everything goes sour. Yes, we are playing good old Fool's Road AA's version 1. We are going to start on FSQ's Old Man Bring Death and SVG's Electro Delta side. First for them is the mine entrance, then train station, fortress, and hilltop encampment. And the militia force will be starting in the I-7 region. Let's get into it. I'm sure there'll be possibly close encounters very shortly. See if the militia forces come in from that northern side to the main road. Of course, the Russians take to get up to the militia area. Already have FSQ's Profion and Carvari from FSQ, the Finnish squad. They're looking up towards the north, 1530 northeast. So we are looking at the main road here. Of course, the K line. Like in the distance there. Have some RIP guys too. Yep, one guy in a technical. Like Mahmoud the camel thief and another will be in the technical covering that sector. As well, looks like there is a sniper within 5 north. So happening. Head over towards mine entrance to see how the Russian side are doing in the first cap, but already can see some red. Red, of course, being the militia forces. Already on the mine entrance area. Old Man Bring Death have a majority of their squad on there. They have basically the full line that they require. Already shots fired. RAP's Chewy coming into contact, looks like, with Old Man Bring Death's Anderson. And Dildo McBaggins, he's back again this week. Gonna take down good old Anderson there. But RP trying to get onto the first flank of the Russian forces to basically hint to their advance. Russians still haven't captured the first, but they do have the majority within the cap zone, so hopefully they can capture that first. And hint to the RIP's plan to stop the cap. Dylan Baggins still up, as well as Baby James. Chewy and Pebbles still down for RIP. RIP's Frog up on the northwest 300 side, with Salami looking to cover that northwest of mine entrance. Already some action happening down over towards the train station. I can see militia out towards the 240-255 west region. The western flank already on the train station area. And there we go. Russian army already capturing the mine entrance. So of course, with that capture, now they can start pushing up. The militia forces can't do anything with mine now. Looks like even FSQ up into the hills. So we looked at the K line. K line basically, of course, being here, the main road. We had Kavari and Profion looking out towards that road. We did have the rest of FSQ heading up towards the H and I line. Currently at Hilo 6. They have come into contact with, looks like RIP's Bowley, Jeff Will. Jeff Will usually plays the squad leading role. They have taken it up again, and which he has. Rapid taking a few shots at Death Will, but they do have a lot of militia around. Jeff has the reinforcements needed, and FSQ now down on the H and I line, H6, Hilo 6. OMBD still on the mine entrance, but I'm sure they'll start pushing out. Let's have a look over towards the train station area. Let's have a look at the basic caps. Hilltop encampment has been capped by militia, with the Bravo 2 fortress being capped as well. Actually not being capped. Possible being capped shortly. Let's have a look. I can see it flashing, so the cap will be happening. Militia now capturing the fortress area, with already militia on the train station on the west side. We do have, it looks like Megatong, Tanaka, Winsky, Buckles, and G from RIP, as well as Fell. Coming on the west side area, with SVG trying to hold train station. Is Jenny and Hannah down inside the western story? And even RIP coming in with Mark. Mark usually plays a squad leading role as well, in which he is this evening. Why don't I have a stream set up? Well, get that set up for you guys.
We have a full squad on our location. Squad 1.
Copy that.
So SVG now getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of their members on the train station. They do have to deal with 4 tangos out towards the western region. Actually, 5 tangos. Megatron came out of nowhere. Battleborn is filling in for one of the OMBD clan members for 1 round this evening. Battleborn being from the good old famous RC Redcoats. With, looks like RIP's Mark, Rygo, and Short Round coming in from the east side of the train station. 3-man squad there. The rest of the RIP guys just locate up towards that northern sector of train station. RIP's Faker, as well as Demon Hun coming on down. Chewy Pebbles as well. Now, OMBD said, actually FSQ...
Still contacts up in Bravo 10 now, squad 4.
Are stating they are getting contacts on this area. So it looks like...
And my medic went down inside of...
RIP are going to try and hold, of course, the G and H line, and possibly even coming in from the western side. Coming in from the western side here, pincering this flag, so if train station is captured, then they already have 2 squads already on. Line entrance, SVG looking to stay inside the compounds, drawing in RIP.
Let's see how the fortress goes.
A risky move.
Yeah. We'll hold on the south entrance push.
We need to put some pressure on the fortress.
Yeah, I need to set fob up there.
We're gonna come help with the train. As we Squad 4, you got incoming on the station. In the back of it, by the silos.
4-man squad now pushing out of... Out of the compounds of the train station. They're going to start getting
the
to the
back to
double-story
defend.
tin can.
We're going on
Just
foot.
below them, they do have RIP, but of course contacts in from their west, 285, taking shots there.
Does anyone need supplies? I will gladly bring them now.
Behind the wall, really close.
Guys, real quickly, guys. Check one setting. Alright, we're back in action. So we do have RIP. Look at that beautiful line.
South of the train station.
See here that they would have, of course, practiced this in their training, but they're doing around about a 5-meter spread along the wall. Of course, any grenades thrown over, that won't take them out.
Yeah, I'm just scared that
if they're consolidated in one group. Ronic
we need to
now
put some
in.
pressure to the fortress. The Logitech just bugged out and flipped up in the air.
That wasn't hard at all.
Verifying your chassis. so just an update. It looks like RIP now, basically, give or take two squads coming down over towards the train station area.
Yeah,
SVG, the only ones holding out the train station.
From south of train station. The fog is also hot.
FSQ looks like they go. Actually, Old Man Bring Death heading up towards the I-4 region. They're just east out towards the hilltop encampment. And we do have FSQ out towards the mine entrance region as well. Looks like reinforcements will be inbound very, very shortly. Possible FSQ will come and help out. But RIP are starting to pincer SVG. SVG in the two-story tin can, as well as on the western side of the train station. Call of Duty looks like he's going to be taking command of SVG. The X-Ray Delta's little Jenny as well as Hannah helping out SVG with numbers.
Yeah, copy.
Let me crack a beer and get into action.
We're gonna lose the train pretty soon.
FSQ's Jarion, Ritsu from SVG, Battleborn there from RC as well as Solkins. They're handling the southern region, taking out, it looks like Dildo McBaggins as well as Baby James. They do have Plebbles, Frog, and Chewy D coming in from the eastern side silos. We already have, it looks like Demon Hunt here. He's on top of the silos. He's possibly would have taken out Hannah. It looks like a direct shot there on Hannah. Call of Duty, the squad leader down, and now it looks like RIP are going to start breaching the western side of train station. That is still getting taken down there from RIP's Mark. RIP Mark, the squad leader for RIP, or Rusty in places. RIP now dominating on the western side of train station. The only ones still
guys,
alive.
We've got sort of contact moving in from south. They're starting to capture it now. We did have a technical to the west somewhere, so I think perhaps there's a fog to the west.
Whoa, so like
D10
I'm not sure if you've seen that.
Yeah, my squad just met someone up in D10.
Yeah, it looks like now RIP coming in from all angles. West, east, south, north. They got RIP's face up towards the northern
Squad
side.
2, need to make fast to the fortress. We're gonna lose train.
Train station now under the captain of the militia forces. 420 tickets and it's only 13 minutes of play. Now it's going to be an uphill battle, I would assume, for the Russian forces. Big thank you last week to Zulex Ray Delta's Mohom for
Red, you got
giving some decent commentary. I can see in the chat before that he done an epic job. A big shout out to him. We're going to see him more on the CCFN scene. We hope so.
We're all down on train station.
Yeah, I think Ripper feeling the pressure down there. There's a lot of comms going on. The word of the two guys going down the hill on the north. I think they're feeling quite penned in on train depot at the moment.
FSQ's John. Drunk 87 and Karma, we saw them weeks back in what definitely would be imprinted in the mind of myself for decades, is they did a fantastic Humvee push,
yeah, we're losing the fob
defense, everything, attack. They did everything around about 2 or 3 weeks ago when we saw FSQ and Old Man Bring Death and RIP fight it out on Logger. RIP taking the first round there, but FSQ and Old Man Bring Death.
BTR could maybe pick us up in the north.
They took out that second round. This was a bit of a rematch, but it looks like possibly the 15th of November we'll see the proper rematch. FSQ, Old Man Bring Death, and RIP. See who basically takes that out. Last week, Chronic would definitely know more information about this, but RIP. Blitzing, I think, both rounds against last week's opponents.
Yeah, big ticket wins last week.
Squad 1, will you set a backup fob?
I'm just following them now. They're a little bit concerned about the BTR, but we believe it's pushed back off the main base.
Yeah, that's correct. So that BTR has pushed back all the way back to the main base.
If the squad 3 can place it on the southeast side of mine, that would be nice.
Yeah, I think the Russians have managed to get a few guys in their big grey building,
Squad 2,
but
able to drop the ammo
Ripper
box
reacted
somewhere?
quickly
There,
and
for our guys in the
got rid
north.
of them. I think it was 2 SVG guys.
Yeah, of course, I could, but then I have to wait.
Is it possible for us to get a pickup from that BTR?
Oh, they're gonna repair first. They're gonna come there.
Okay, copy that.
So yeah, they're very happy now. They got train station. They're gonna start pushing out.
FSQ now pushing back towards the mine entrance. Already REP on the mine entrance. We saw at the start of the match, basically, of FSQ coming into contact in the Hilo 6 region with a squad of RIP. We had RIP attacking the mine entrance, being repelled by
We have
Old Man
enemies
Bring Death.
already on the flag and defense.
Old Man Bring Death headed up towards the northern region, which what they've done is actually placed 2 FOBs up in the northern region just in case. SVG looked at trying to take the train station or hold the train station, but of course
my truck is on the way.
with the force that tried to attack the mine entrance RIP, they headed out towards the eastern side of the train station. The western side had another RIP squad, and SVG was soon pinned,
Yona,
and of course outnumbered. Now we see
on the flag.
RIP already on the mine entrance. FSQ stating already
We're
enemies
moving
on the
down to
flag.
search for folks in the north. Squad 3,
Yeah,
can
looks
you
like the
drop the
FSQ
FOB
guys are
somewhere?
pushing back into mine
They're
entrance
closer.
now.
It looks like we're going to have one of the Russian squads. They're going to start heading up towards the northern regions and search for FOBs. Just to get back in towards the ticket game, but 308 tickets already in a 15-minute span.
Yeah, Ripper working this quite well. They've got 3 guys inside mine, 1 outside, and another fire team of 3 positioned to the northeast. I mean, we're on 484 tickets over here.
FSQ already taken a bit of a beating. Bennett, John, as well as Rapper there from FSQ. Possible grenade took him down there. Schmiegel's still alive, but now militia neutralizing mine entrance is not good for the Russian forces. Already 200 tickets in the space of 15 minutes.
There? We're moving down towards you.
Old Man Bring Death now going to start moving down towards the mine entrance region. I believe, I could be wrong, but I overheard that they want to search the northern side for any FOB placements of RIP. North side of mine entrance. Start pushing up
I think it'll be a big blow for the Russians because you hope to utilize the BTRs on fools, and it's not played out that way for them.
Yep. BTR, I believe, is still back in Maine, or where it has. Yes, BTR now inbound. It's going to come in from the main of the Russians. They have to be extremely careful. It's going to be covering SVG.
Militia got mine now.
Yeah, Militia now capturing the mine. 237 tickets, already 15 minutes of play.
They're calling the entire team onto mine.
Silence over here on the Russian side. We do have FSQ's Drunk 87 as well as Calm. They're going to be transferring SVG over towards the mine entrance. Old Man Bring Death coming up on the northern side, doing a bit of spread. They're going to be searching for FOBs, and it looks like Old Man Bring Death splitting into 2 groups, Echo line as well as Hilo line. And then we do have FSQ also out towards the western side. I think they're coming under contact already with RIP. They're hitting on the western side of mine entrance. And that BTR now rolling out on the eastern side of mine entrance. But there's quite a number of RIP guys or Rusty in place guys in that mine.
Yeah, you've got quite a nice play by RIP here, using the techies to ferry troops in from the back line to mine entrance.
Out there, of course, techies. A very fast, agile, mobile vehicle. If you know how to drive it correctly, you can go most any terrain. Formula 1 car of squad.
Full squad down here, supported by the BTR. Let's see how this plays out.
BTR is going to slowly start to roll in. SVG Gonna help out. Here it
BTR
goes.
opens up.
BTR opening up on that main entrance area. They got Bowley to consider around that area. Buckles and Matt.
Yeah, the Russian troops seem to be sticking quite close to the BTR at this stage.
Smoke's now coming out on the eastern side. SVG using their smokes. They're going to try and get a smoke stream. Maybe a bit further. That smoke is very consolidated.
Squad 2, you have
I don't think Rip have actually spotted the BTR yet, but they know it's on the road.
Push it, Squad 4, there's coming a
just
take right for you.
missing the BTR.
BTR takes one hit.
Ronk 87 and Calm now going to fall back with the suppression there. Sim and Call of Duty and Smiley are going to start coming out very close. Someone goes flying. Jeez Louise, he went flying. But it looks like Mark and a couple of his squad, they're going to start flanking Old Man Bring Death on the North 15 area. We're looking at around about the Golf 6, keypad 1, 2, 3. Maybe Golf 7, keypad 7, 8, 9. We have Mark and his guys flanking the northern side, northeastern side of the mine entrance. SVG now pushing in.
Yeah, Rip have got a really nice spread now. They've got all sides covered but east.
SVG now pushing in from the eastern side. FSQ Smeagol has been on the top of the roof of the mine for quite a while now. Old Man Bring Death coming in from that northwest 300. Second group of Old Man Bring Death. BG now pushing into the walls. They only have Jeff Will, Matt.
Wait, Ritzy, wait.
And another to consider. DJ gets taken down. It's only Jeff Will and Matt, 2 squad leaders left on the mine entrance. Jeff Will takes down one Smiley. Matt gets taken down. It's only Jeff Will alive.
Yeah, Rip needs to react to this pretty quickly now.
Also defending the mine entrance. SVG not having so many soldiers on. It's only Ritsu, Kai, as well as Daddy's Girl. Oh my god, Jeff Will is
Jeff Will saves the day.
Saves the day, my god.
Mind you, Ritsu's still up, he's not seen Ritsu.
Looks like there is a bit of a firefight happening out towards the northwest area. Old Man Bring Death, it looks like they're getting pincered from every angle. Shots coming in from their northeast, coming in from their west-northwest. A lot of the Old Man Bring Death and members are down.
Killed all McBaggins there.
That will take out the rest of the Old Man Bring Death guys on the northwest area. FSQ, Kavaria as well as Profion staying together for most of this round. Kavaria now getting taken down there by Rygo. Profion still alive. Let's have a look over and you just see from here what the spread. The northwest region.
Okay, guys, I think we've got an enemy 50 cal that's sort of on the east F8 area. We've got enemies north of my rally point. I've marked them up in Golf 7, keypad 3.
But this is the spread that we are seeing
Set
here from the northwest
area.
area.
For you, Squad 4, if you want to
North
put
to
the
northwest.
across the road.
Second hit there, Saint.
Copy that, thank you.
Not going to be good. 148 tickets over here. Coming up to 30 minutes of play. That RPG very luckily missing Drum 87's and Palmer's BTR. Yeah, old Matt getting taken down on that northeast.
Yeah, pretty much constant squad comes over. They're trying to micromanage the defense, fill in all the gaps.
Yeah, my squad's gonna push now. We're just smoking. Do you mind if you push to the train station?
It's more or less in terms of the communication.
Go ahead.
Of course, RIP, that one clan, 30 guys, of course, training together will be every day of the week. definitely have that fluid motion of communications here. Bringing a couple clans in together, of course, SVG and ZXD coming in at that sort of last moment.
They've managed to get a repair station up for the BTR. FSQ Karma just digging it in now.
SVG now going to start approaching that east side again. Call of Duty, Daddy's Girl, Sulkin from Old Man Bring Death and recruit there. Simon and Smiley. Simon taking down Dot Bowley from Rusty and Places. Call of Duty and Daddy Girl have to be very careful.
SVD breaching.
Raven just looking away.
Yeah.
Just looking away. That's allowed. Call of Duty to get in. Now the maze begins for Call of Duty.
Oh. Raven goes down, but I think it was from behind OMDB, Robbie, perhaps.
Now the breach begins. Old Man Bring Death coming in on the west side, east side, SVG, Serenian, Vanguard. 118 tickets remaining, coming up to 30 minutes. Very offensive play. We see all round by Rusty Places.
Sorry, Rip reporting the loss of the southern fob. I'm not sure what location that. Maybe Foxtrot 10.
Having a look now.
And I'm a fucking medic.
Yeah, we got a squad moving down through Foxtrot 8, coming down to the mine entrance.
A negative over here.
We're starting to capture
Already
mine
squad
entrance,
leader
guys.
communications in terms of the loss of the fob.
Yeah, the Russians have managed to push in quite far to mine now, occupying both floors. Rip reporting the loss of the flag quickly, and they're calling for reinforcement.
97 tickets over here. A large number of Russians now in. A couple of down. They have to be careful. The consolidation of their guys. One GL RPG grenade could be very costly for Russians here.
I think we're going to be looking at quite a large ticket win here, saying possibly over 400.
The fob in Echo 7, they're not taking it down, they're just camping. Yeah, rough.
Fuck.
Alright, bit of a trade there by it looks like Matt and Call of Duty.
Yeah, so many dead bodies down there. They're trying to push back hard, but it's not going too well.
RIP, as many resources they can, coming in from that northwest street 30 or northwest entrance.
The Russians have a lot of forces inside the building now.
Covering each entrance or where they can, the Russian forces, but with 83 tickets, and if you're looking over around about 400 or so tickets for RIP, it paints a picture of what it could be, but how much can the Russians take out from that? To look for, of course, a minimized ticket.
OMBD is holding the southwestern entrance.
Yeah, I think at this stage it's just about trying to limit the damage and maybe try and get that flag back.
Exactly. We've seen miracles before.
Russia back in control of mine entrance.
Back in there, they put them up to 102 tickets, now down to 96. It looks like six guys just gave up.
Big blew over here, almost 100 tickets lost in that exchange.
We've seen miracles before. This would be one hell of a miracle. Definitely for SVG and Old Man Bring Death. Maybe they're going to start to get in their groove of things. But they are dealing with every single corner.
Train station.
Capturing a train station over here.
Listen up. Can you start spawning in Foxtrot 2 and push to the fortress? Yeah. Listen up, guys. If you die, spawn Foxtrot 2 and go to the fortress. We only need like few guys. Like max 5 guys to the fortress. They're gonna start spawning from the west side of the train station. We're gonna try the whole
there's a battle over here, Saint.
But I don't think we can hold this
FSQ facing off against a RIP squad.
Half a squad too long.
Alright, gonna start heading over towards the train station to see how it is. A lot more Russians, it looks like,
we're losing the cap at the moment.
Then militia forces. FSQ up against RIPs. Looks like Mark's squad.
Yeah, RIP reporting the loss of train station, so the cap is on.
Bennett there looks like a grenade war, and Jeff Will takes out
Wow.
Bennett.
That was a nice nade.
That was a nice nade.
Yeah, we're not capping the train anymore. I don't think we should push to the Foxtrot too.
So Kavari, Schmiegel, and Juzu, it looks like the squad leader there for FSQ stating they're not
We'll try to take the mob down from the west side and then
train station
capture
anymore.
the train.
I'm gonna head back over towards the
FSQ.
mine entrance. It's
stop
the last stand, and it's
Yes.
smothered. It's smothered in red. It's painted red, not painted black. Painted red. And RIP pushing in from the northern side. They're trying to push in from the east, southeast side as well. A lot of casualties down on that eastern side. Look at all those casualties there by RIP.
Yeah, looks like a real pressure cooker inside here.
Enemy FSQ is marked in the map in front of it.
Definitely grenade spamming or something would really help the Russian forces. Constantly throwing grenades inside doors if possible.
Yeah, RIP have got a fob located in Foxtrot 7, and they've got ammo crates all the way down into Foxtrot 8, keypad 6.
A lot of just on that northern side or northwestern side, there's a bit of consolidation there by RIP. Of course, if Gia was to flank around, if he could anyway, that's a beautiful shot for them. I think it's to stay indoors, close the doors if you can. Let the enemy come in.
Rip have reacted to train depot, and they've put quite a lot of forces back there now.
58 tickets remaining for Finish Squad, Old Man Bring Death, and SVG, Serene Vanguard, Zulu Trade Delta. Wow, there's a nice GL there. Takes out Mahmood, the Camel Thief, and another.
Yeah, bodies strewn across the floor.
RIP are just having a bit of difficulty trying to get into the compound itself, or into the mine entrance, the main facility.
We've got
There's plenty of Russian medics still up inside, so it shouldn't be an issue for them.
51 tickets over here, Chronic, how you doing over there?
342 now.
Still a large number of tickets.
Yeah, it was interesting before Militia lost their flag, they were on 430, so it did have quite a big impact.
Coming up to around about the almost 100 ticket loss for the fight of them with the mine entrance. Quite a number of rushes down on the northern side. Medics will have to do their best. Giving up is not an option in this period of the game.
I'm down at the moment, but I think someone's going to try and get me out.
Fuck. I'm down.
A lot of bodies there. Oh my god, 3 tickets remaining. The tickets came out of nowhere. Oh my god. What was lost?
Oh, it's the BTR. Rip reporting the destruction of a BTR.
Negative over here in terms of the squad chat. There's nothing.
Yeah, it must have been painful to be that guy.
Yep. And nothing in terms of a BTR lost there. 2 tickets remaining, coming up to around about 35 minutes or so of play. RIP just showing how offensive they are. Storming through the map. Also, we'll be up to Old Man Bring Death, Serenian Vanguard, and FSQ.
2 tickets left though.
Have a look, and 332 tickets there. Large amounts. In terms of the KD sort of ratio, very, very even there. But of course, fob takedowns, technical takedowns, or assets takedowns as well as flags. It was a big blow to Finish Squad, Old Man Bring Death, and Serenian Vanguard for round 1. RIP or Rusty in Places, just showing what they're made of. showing what they're made of.
It's quite interesting. The KDs were about the same.
Yeah, exactly. It just came down to the excessive offense that we had from Rusty in Places. We saw it weeks ago. We've seen it last week. The footage that I'd seen, and they're showing really what they're made of. All right, we're gonna take a small break here. We'll start with round 2. I'll stick with RIP or Rusty in Places. Chronicle will switch sides with me. See how round 2 comes out. We'll see if Old Man Bring Death